Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name's Raymond, and in this episode I'll be unboxing Escape the Dark Sector by Themeborne, which is a press your luck dice rolling game, cooperative game with lots of cool art for 1 to 4 players, which plays in about 45 minutes. So let's quickly open up the box. So let's take a look at the box first. The cover of the box has the usual black and white artwork that we know from Themeborne, also from Escape the Dark Castle, which was the fantasy edition. Basically, this is the follow-up of that type of game, which plays in space. So pretty cool. It has the planet on the back with a big space station and a ship going towards it. So that's pretty nice. Some nice artwork with this font here, and on the back you can see some of the components of the game. So the cards for the players, the dice, your tracking pad, and the encounter cards that you will be going through, with a bit of explanation of what the game is about and the contents listed there as well. So let's open it up. All right, so first of all, inside the box is the rulebook with, again, the same artwork on it. There is some art here. Welcome, traveler, the object of the game. All of the contents here, the cards, and of course the dice. So you get some pencils as well. How to set up the game, what all these icons mean, how to play the game, how the story unfolds, 3 acts, and then item cards that will help you trying to escape, how combat works, and there's ranged combat here as well. In Escape the Dark Castle you did not have ranged combat, and this one does, laser guns and such. And then there's some more explanation here about ranged combat, close combat. Flanking is also a new mechanism that was added, and what happens between chapters. You also need to reload, and there's the solo play option as well. Here are the Escape the Dark Castle games and expansions. So that's everything in the rulebook. We get 4 of these pencils that you use to keep track of your health. There's the small cards here. I'll just open these up. All right, so they have this cool card back. Let me just focus on that with the chips and the circuitry. It's pretty cool. So you have an action card, ranged combat actions, and close combat actions. So that's a reference card. We've got all the icons here explained. On the back, rules to remember. There's these type of cards where you can place a die for the medical drone and flanking. Drone recharging and flank unavailable, so you flip these cards over when used. Mission failed and mission accomplished cards, and you can flip that over and read that once that happens. And here are all the items that you can get. I have this card back, also looks pretty nice. So enhanced reflexes, advanced targeting, neural override, you name it. These all have a shared artwork with different icons, as you can see there. We've got some weapons, of course, pistols, ray guns, a battery cannon, chrono bomb, etc. You name it. All kinds of cool stuff that you can find that will hopefully help you on your mission to escape the Dark Sector. We have these bigger cards, which I will also show you. Although I have to say, I'm not going to show all of these, of course, that would spoil too much of the game. So if you don't want any spoilers, skip ahead a bit. But to start your game, you turn over to begin, and it will say, yeah, you've been confined to the detention block. You break free, but you immediately notice that something is wrong, and you have to try and find out what that is and escape. So then you start flipping over. There's 3 different starting cards. And then these are the chapter cards with the 1 dot being chapter 1. And then there's chapter 2 cards here and chapter 3 cards here. And there are some of these end boss cards here. So that's these. Do not read until you have completed the last chapter card. So I'm not going to spoil these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ending encounters. So for example, the first card here. So that it'll have a big piece of artwork. It'll have these icons, and it'll have the necessity that you need to roll to overcome it, and what happens if you lose, and text that you simply need to follow. And all the cards will have different kinds of challenges. So another one, here you go, a couple of these rogue troopers, a patrol of guards. So there's plenty of those cards, and I'm not going to show them, but the artwork on these is fantastic. It's just really cool. So just a couple to give you an idea. These are the character cards. So every player picks a character, and they all have different stats, which is indicated here. That's pretty cool. It'll tell you how many dice, or what your dice has, because every player has one specific die. So you have these, that's pretty nice. Okay, and these are these dice. So for example, this is the die for Lieutenant Abbott, and that will have, let's see, 3 of those. I think that's cunning, you know, these marks. But that's 4 of those, and then he has 3, or she has 3 of these fists, and 1 of this eye icon, and that is different from all the others. So for example, here we have Lieutenant Taylor, who has 4 eyes, 3 of these stars, and just 1 fist. And so each character here, Lieutenant Tanner, is different. So everyone has different stats. And you also have 2 of these shield icons, which also have a function in the game. So then there's these challenge dice, the dice that your encounters will roll, basically. So you add these to your rolls. Pretty nice, big, chunky dice. It's really nice. So you have plenty of those. And then there's a whole lot of these smaller dice that I haven't seen before. These weren't included in Escape the Dark Castle. Apparently to use for ranged combat, because I'm seeing bullets here, you know, like critical hits or something. Maybe some misses and weapons failures, or I don't know. Pretty cool. So we have quite a few of those in here, and these black dice as well. That look like this. Smaller dice, but also rounded, and they feel nice, and they roll nice with rounded corners. And finally, we have these medical record cards. So you can note your name here, and then every time you take damage, you take one of the pencils and you color in a dot at your health. So your medical chart will go down, and then maybe you heal somewhere, you go up again. So you get the spiky chart that goes all the way down. You don't, if you die, then players lose. So there's plenty of those. And that all fits into this nice custom insert that has a slot for everything. So that was everything that's in the box. And so that was my unboxing of Escape the Dark Sector by Themeborne. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll also get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.